Now I love a deal. If you guys also love a deal and stocking up when that deal is there, go ahead and hit the like button on this video and give me a hands up in the comments so I know that we like same page, you and me, you know what I'm saying? The problem that stems from that, finding the deal, stocking up on the deal when it's cheap, and in order to save money, is that you end up with a large stockpile of items. Most of the time that's not a problem, but a lot of people have an issue with huge amounts of inventory, like the situation I have in my house right now. My food storage room, my redonk pantry, all of the freezers, all of the bananas. For the love of bleep, what am I gonna do with all of these bananas? In today's video, let me show you how I approach a freezer clean out, refrigerator clean out, pantry clean out, so I can save money on my grocery bill, plan meals for the week for my family so I'm less stressed, I know exactly what's going on. I don't know about you, but when I have a plan for the week and people are like, what's for dinner, Mom? You can say, I got you covered, instead of going, ah! Let's clean out everything. Make dinners for my family of 6. With no grocery shopping, 0. We are gonna make do with what we have and eat like kings. Come on, come on, come on. I'm kicking it off over here by my pantry, which has not been tidied in a while. What's with the lighting here? That's not much better. Okay, it hasn't been tidied in a while, so while there is a system, you probably won't be able to see it. Oh my gosh, it makes sense to me, okay? I have like a chaotic mind, I guess. Okay, the first thing when I'm doing like pantry clean out is always pasta, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's one of the easiest things to stock up on. Pasta, it lasts for years and years, and like stocking up on pasta sauces when they're on sale. You know, I home can my own also, so I have some home canned tomato sauces like this. I get deals on Ibotta like this one. They're excellent for food storage because they're just such a nice quick meal, but what happens is I don't think to use them for a meal. So they just sit here. So I love to incorporate a pasta and sauce from things I already have. However, that feels very boring to me. So we're going to kick it up a notch, or 5. Yes. This is good stuff. This is a fabulous pasta sauce. So in the first place, just having a really good quality is going to be good. This 22-ounce jar isn't really enough. So I will also add my homemade. We're gonna add a few more things to this. So let's grab these and keep on going. Okay, so I like to turn to the refrigerator next and doctor up the sauce with veggies and things that I can find, okay? Now, I seem to always have a stockpile of onions, and I love sauteed onions and sauce, so let's pull this out right now. If you've never done a sauteed zucchini with your pasta, what? You're missing out. These zucchinis have been in here for a few days, these garden zucchinis. So why don't we just pull these out, slice them up as a side dish. My kids love zucchini. What? My kids love sliced cucumber, so this will go in the sauce and this will go on the side. I have this mozzarella, which could be good. And I also have this shaky Parmesan, which could also be good. So these are also options. Now you don't have to put a protein into this dish, but I'm a really big fan of sausage in my pasta sauce, like huge. So I have this hot Italian sausage I got at Kroger or Fred Meyer or Smith's or whatever it is that you have. It's been in the freezer. This will be the perfect addition, and we're gonna need a pasta that's gonna hold up to this really hearty sauce. So I found rigatoni. We're gonna use this, and boom, dinner for night 1 is right here. Everything I already had. Freezer, food storage, fridge, garden. Here we go. Let's make dinner. This is a 14-inch skillet, so it's very, very big. I have my sausage brownings, and I am gonna add my zucchini, but not quite yet. We're gonna do onion first. Here comes my onion. We'll let those saute together until the sausage is finished. Okay, this looks almost done. So time for our zucchini. Can you believe this is only 2 zucchini? I am so not left-handed. Oh, this is awkward. Show of hands for those that love the Rayo's sauce. It is delicioso. And I've got 1 thing of my homemade tomato sauce. And because that's super acidic, I will add a little bit of sugar, some salt, and a few other spices. And here comes the pasta. I think my sauce is about done, so as soon as my pasta is done cooking, we might clean the kitchen. Quick video pause. Now, I know we're doing all of this cooking, clearing out the pantry, clearing out the freezer in order to save money this month. But I always want to give you guys the money saving tips. It's not always about what you can do here in your home. It's what you can do when you go out to do the necessities, like filling up your car with gas, which is why I like to use the Upside app. Using the Upside app to get cash back on the gas that I have to put in my car anyway is kind of a no-brainer when it comes to saving as much money as possible. You just put it on your phone, totally free download, and then it gives you cash back on the purchases that you make at the gas station, convenience store, or grocery store that you're already going to make anyway. You can find it in the App Store, the Google Play Store, and they are gonna give you guys a bonus. Okay, so if you sign up using my link down in the doobly-doo, it is the promo code FRUGAL. They're gonna give you $5 bonus when you spend your first $10. This is what I like to do for gas. So I open it up, it knows where I am, and I can pick the cash back in the surrounding gas stations. I usually try and pick the one with the most, which gives me the cheapest gas per gallon. So I've seen like 23 cents back, 27 cents back a gallon. So you claim the offer. Then you have like 4 hours to go and check in at the gas station, fill up your tank, and then it processes and puts cash into your account. And then you can cash out. You can link a bank account, or you can get gift cards. So if you want to, you don't even have to tell your spouse that you're doing this, and then you can get free Amazon gift cards for you, okay? That's marriage hacks from me to you. Compared to credit card cashbacks or like royalty programs, you can earn basically 3 times more using the Upside app than you can with these other things. A lot of the time, the membership at the gas station is like 10 cents off, or your credit card is like 1% back. But I'm telling you, I've seen like 25 to 30 cents back per gallon on Upside. You can also cash out via PayPal. Upside, it's like the easiest thing to use ever. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to clip receipts onto the thing or buy specific products. You're just getting cash back on the things that you already buy anyway. You're not buying extra things, and it's free. And they're gonna give you a $5 bonus. So the promo code FRUGAL, first link down in the blue below. Thank you to Upside. Let's get back to more cooking. Night 2, tonight's dinner is courtesy of the freezer and the garden and the pantries. I pulled out these chicken sausages. I'll thaw them in the microwave. These 2 packages. I'm gonna start my baked rice right now. Look, this is from the garden. The green beans are on. You would be shocked to know how many of these I have in the fridge. We're having green beans every day this week. I'm gonna get the sausage in the microwave. Preheating my oven for the rice. For the rice, you need a pot with a lid that can go into the oven. In my pot, I'm doubling the regular recipe because I have a lot of kids. So I have 2 cups of rice, 1 stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. This is the kind I'm using. 6 cups of very hot water. So I want to kind of melt that butter right there. And the lid does need to be on. This will go into a 350-degree oven for 1 hour. Already getting ahead for tomorrow. I'm trying desperately to clean out the beef that's in our freezer because we get a 4-H cow every year and we're kind of at the year mark and I still have beef from last year. Okay, actually don't see a chuck roast. Is this one? What's this? That's a rib steak. No? Oh, okay, we're gonna have to go downstairs and grab a roast. Let's actually plan on the 3rd day as well because I want to make a lasagna, and this is last year's tomato harvest, so let's go ahead and get that out and use that up. Round roast. Okay. Round roast it is. Maybe a little bit more meat we can throw into our lasagna. Man, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. Look, I have a turkey. We got some work to do. Look, there's so much beef it pushed that divider over. Oh man. Actually, this one's delicious. I'm gonna bring these upstairs. This is my crock pot roast for tomorrow. We are just gonna put this in the crock pot with some random crap in the morning. Do some potatoes, carrots, onion, delicious. I know it's like not quite fall yet, but the mornings here are about 45 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, my friends. So it is chilly. Moving on over, this is probably like a double or triple recipe of lasagna. So tomorrow, while this is in the crock pot, I'll make the lasagna sauce and then save the sauce for the following night. I have like a random assortment of like sweet Italian sausage, ground pork, ground beef, hot Italian sausage, and then my tomato harvest from last year that I have not used yet to make my tomato sauce. I have lasagna noodles. I have cottage cheese. I have mozzarella cheese. Completed meal, I have my grilled chicken. Here are my green beans. Andrew's just stirring the butter, salt, and pepper in here. This is my baked rice. I just pulled this out, so hot. This is the best. Once you make this rice, you'll like never go back to any other rice. It's so amazing. Okay, kids, come eat. Day 3, we're putting together our crock pot roast. So in my crock pot, I have a base of celery and 2 onions. They're just largely chopped to prop up the roast a little bit. So I have this like Garden Ranch packet. I have this gravy mix, some beef bouillon in the fridge, an onion soup mix, and pepperoncinis. I'm gonna mix all of this in a mixing bowl or measuring, like measuring, whatever. You know what I'm saying. One of those. With some water, stir it all together and pour it on top. I'm just kind of, I don't want all the juice. I want some, oh my gosh, there's a plastic thing. And the other half I'm gonna put on sandwiches. Here's my water and beef broth. Here comes the onion soup mix, the brown gravy mix, and this ranch packet. I hope this doesn't turn out too salty. There's a lot of beef in there, so I think it'll be fine. Oh, I also put a stick of butter in there. Lid on, it's on high. We'll tuck that back in the corner and check on it later. I shredded the beef and stuck it back into the juice, and we're just gonna serve this with the leftover baked rice and green beans from last night. And this crock pot is full, so we could do roast beef sandwiches tomorrow. I could add some barbecue sauce and put this over baked potatoes tomorrow night. Maybe I don't even have to use the lasagna sauce that I made today for lasagna tomorrow. Maybe you can wait one extra day because there's so much of this. You might be wondering what we've been eating for breakfasts this week, and we've done a lot of yogurt and granola with fruit. So I had purchased 5 of these tubs of yogurt. This brand is delicious. At the end of August, and I had previously, like this was at least 6 months ago, all of this Kashi Goleen Crunch. I should probably refill this. I have so much of this in my storage room, so I'll go refill this in a second. And I had gotten a few boxes in the beginning of August or somewhere in August of the Great Greens kind of granola cereal. So we've just kind of been going through this week because egg prices were so high. Great news, I did just see it drop a little bit, so I might snag some eggs for next week. Okay, I thought I would go ahead and mix up 2 of these chocolate chip muffins. We can use these for after school snacks or breakfast tomorrow. After I make them, they usually go pretty fast. So the next 24 hours, these 24 muffins will be gone. All right, 6 eggs. And 1 cup of oil. I'm using coconut oil. And whisk vigorously. I'm getting started on my lasagna sauce. So I have 2 pans here, and I divvied up all of the meat that I had pulled out of the freezer, all the ground sausage, the pork sausage, the chicken sausage, the ground beef, the ground pork. Split it equally between these 2. I have 1½ onions in each and a nice squeeze of just refrigerated minced garlic. We'll brown all of these things together, and then we'll come over here, add our tomatoes and a few other ingredients. Now that this is cooked through all the way, I will add 1 container of the sauce and 1 container of the whole tomatoes into each pot, and we'll kind of see what it looks like. I decided to add 1 can of the canned tomato sauce I made last year also, just to give it a little more liquid. I like extra sauce. Coming up next, we'll do some Italian seasoning and sugar and let it simmer for 45 minutes. For my lasagna cheese layer, now I don't prefer ricotta cooked. I feel like it gets really curdly, so I usually use cottage cheese instead. I have 3 eggs in here. There's 3 pounds of cottage cheese. I'm gonna try and triple this lasagna batch. 1 cup of Parmesan, any kind you like. I have the shaky one, so I'm using that. And a whole big handful of Italian seasoning or basil or oregano or something like that. I will stir all this together and set up my assembly line. So we'll have 1 for tonight and 2 for the freezer for later. So I do have some travel coming up in about a month, and I need like some easy dinners for Dave to put together for the kids. So this is the perfect opportunity to just tackle this right now. And I have these oven ready lasagnas, but what I've noticed is if you use the regular ones and you're just doing freezer meals, you don't have to soak them, you don't have to cook them. They work just perfectly without using the oven ready. They can be the plain ones. And I am very excited to get rid of all these boxes out of my pantry. So we'll get started with 1 cup of sauce at the bottom of each of these pans. These freezer pans that I have, they come with lids. They're so nice. I just get them at Sam's Club. It's like 30 pans for $7, including the lids. It's a great deal if you really like to do freezer meals. So my daughter, my oldest child, just turned 18. I have an adult in the house. It's so crazy. And so I'm trying to give her a little bit of space to kind of make some of her own decisions now, while at the same time coaching her a bit. Now it's crunch time. Now I'm like, what have I not taught you yet that I need to be teaching you? So I have a question for the people watching that have already had like an adult child graduate and move out and stuff. What do you do with their room when they move out and like go to college or whatever it is that they do? I mean, obviously I still have a few sons at home, but we have plenty of bedrooms, so we don't necessarily need to move a boy into her room. So what do you think? Here are my 2 lasagnas for the freezer and 1 lasagna for tonight's dinner. Feels great. I had some leftovers in the fridge from the last few days, some rice. I did these carne asada steak tacos for Haley's birthday, just from steak I already had in the freezer. And it's just so much that we're just not gonna get through it. So I made these little freezer meal prep containers. So I have roast beef and rice in this one, and then these 4 are steak and rice. So all of these are also going into the freezer for individual little meal preps. So someone can grab one like this, take it to work. I could eat it here at home, and they're not gonna go to waste in the refrigerator, especially because I have that lasagna that I'm cooking for tonight. If I have any recipes for you, I will leave those down below in the bloop. I feel like we made good progress in week 1 of cleaning out like pantry and freezer. And what I've learned in the process is I should never go grocery shopping again. There's so much stuff that I feel like it's almost accumulating more, especially with like garden produce coming in. So I am filling the freezer back up with my tomatoes and green beans and strawberries, like blanching everything, getting it prepped for winter. So the space in the freezer actually is not really going down right now, even though that was the plan. But anyway, I have pantry and freezer clean out week 2 coming at you here pretty soon. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I upload a new video, and I'll see you next time.